credit they need right now, unfortunately. So, Bob, give us a more macro view. I know you talk to a lot of small companies. What are the majority of the small companies saying?
We're still in the credit desert. Now, we have green shoots. I love to hear the story that Scott has. But on a macro basis, it's about jobs. It's about Main Street. We need to get the unemployment down. We need to get people back into the stores. And we need to loosen up that credit for these Main Street businesses. Access to capital for small business is an absolute key. It's going to be small business that's going to lead us out of this recession.
You know what? That's good. It sounds like Texas is doing better than every other state out there, Bob, because what we hear anecdotally, and maybe this is not true, is that banks simply are not lending as much as they used to, and that's the frustration. The government has opened up the taps. Of course, TARP helped bail out a lot of these banks, and now they're sitting on capital. Is Texas maybe an anomaly, or are things really getting better?
Well, the problem with TARP is it bailed out the large banks, but it hasn't trickled down to the community banks. For businesses such as Scott, where you have a solid business, good cash flow, nice collateral, obviously the bank's going to want to have a relationship with that. But what we need is we need to get the community banks. We have 775 community banks on the watch list that are in trouble. They need to have the capital. We need to get that to them so they can get the money flowing to Main Street.
Specifically then, Bob, what would you tell those people in Washington that they need to do in order to make that happen?
Well, I know you're going to have the administrator on later
right.
of SBA, but there is the meeting with the Fed today, and that is a great point. Bottom line, we need to get this legislation passed. Dagan, it is not a Republican, Democrat issue. Main Street is a bipartisan issue. This legislation, they're loans. They will be paid back. They're going to loan the money to the community banks, and the community banks can loosen up and get the money to Main Street. So this is something that we really need to see happen.